You'll show up for Drake, you'll show up for Frank Ocean, you'll show up for Robert Downey Jr., but will you show up for yourself? You like these celebrities more than you like yourself, and that's why they're in their position, and that's why you're in your position. Something's gotta change, and I'm going to try to teach you exactly how to do that. I talked about this idea in my last video, but people only treat you as well as you treat yourself, and you treat these celebrities that you're obsessed with better than you treat yourself. You have people investing money into Kai Cenat just so he won't stop streaming on his Mafiathon. The guy is already a millionaire that people give money to, but these people won't even invest that $5 into a stock portfolio or into a book or into something that's actually going to improve their lives. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, nah, that's crazy. I would never do anything like that at all. But when your favorite actor is in a new movie, you're the first person in the theater. When your favorite artist drops an album, you're the first person giving that artist streams. And nah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to consume entertainment, but when you only consume and never invest in yourself, I'm sure you can see the issue there. And I don't want to only call you out, I'll call myself out too. I remember 2024 when Kendrick Lamar and Drake had their entire beef. I was spending all of my time analyzing the music, I was watching all the videos, I was spending hours talking about it. And had I invested those hours into myself, who knows exactly where I would be at in my life right now. And it definitely goes so much further than this with different types of celebrities. And I'm sure you probably have a similar experience with whatever it is that you consume. But this entire thing isn't even really your fault. It's just psychology. In psychology, it's called the halo effect. Your perception of what you see in one area of somebody's life gives you bias in assuming the other parts of that person's life. So we think that these celebrities are worth investing in because we perceive their status. So we give them our time, we give them our energy, we give them our money just because of who they are as celebrities. But just imagine exactly where you could be in your life if you viewed yourself as that celebrity. If you viewed yourself as somebody that was worth investing in. So here's exactly how to treat yourself like a celebrity in just 4 steps. The first thing is that you have got to show up for yourself the exact same way you stream somebody's album the first day, or the exact same way that you're in the theaters the first day that your favorite actor's movie drops. The more that you show up for your favorite celebrities, the more that you neglect yourself. And think about it like this, you're willing to show up for them, but not your goals. And that's the issue. Imagine if I didn't stay up till 2 a.m. analyzing every single Kendrick lyric. Imagine if I was just as excited to go to the gym as I was to go watch the new Avengers movie. The more that you show up for yourself by reading when you say that you're gonna read, by going to the gym when you say that you're gonna go to the gym, the more that you start to find passion in your own growth. Right now, you're finding passion in everybody else's growth. Every single time you consume somebody's media, every single time you listen to somebody's album, you're giving that person more growth in their life, but you're not investing any of that time to yourself. Flip that on its head and view yourself as that celebrity. The next thing is to really just stick up for yourself. Defend yourself, defend your reputation the same way that you defend these celebrities. People are willing to argue you down about their favorite celebrities. I've seen essays in the comments, I've seen essays in DMs, I've seen full-blown arguments in person. These people do not know you, yet you're spending all of your energy defending them, sticking up for them, but you're not sticking up for yourself. I have never in my life seen my friend as passionate talking about himself as he was talking about Frank Ocean. He let people walk all over him. He let these people treat him however they wanted to. But God forbid somebody says anything about Frank Ocean. God forbid somebody says that Frank Ocean is mid. I thought that he wasn't capable of putting his foot down, of standing up for himself, of setting boundaries, but he is. He just won't do it for himself. He'd of course do it for Frank Ocean, but he would never do it for himself. And my question is, why do you not view yourself as somebody important enough to defend? You are your own main character. Nobody in this world is going to be defending you as much as you're defending these other people. So you owe it to yourself to really just be your own #1 fan and stick up for yourself. The third thing is actually investing in yourself and actually understanding exactly what that looks like. I brought up the example of Kai Cenat earlier, where you see people investing $5 every single month, probably a little bit more than that, just so he can keep streaming on his Mafiathon. And I always thought that that was just the dumbest thing ever. I thought that I was just smarter than these people pretty much, until I realized I have vinyls in my room that I've collected. I invested $40 into every single one of these vinyls just so I can consume more music from these artists. I have comic books in my room that I buy. I pretty much invest in this. I invest in entertainment. So when I really had to think about it, I'm pretty much in the same boat as these people on paper. But the difference is, for every single vinyl that I have in my room, I have 3 times as many books teaching me how to improve my life. For all the entertainment that I've consumed, I've spent just as much time, if not more time, creating media on my own platforms. And the list goes on from there. If you consume and only consume, you're only putting yourself back. If you consume and then invest an equal amount as you consume, you're getting somewhere. If you create and invest in yourself more than you consume, now you're getting a lot further. So no, I'm not saying to stop caring about these celebrities and stop consuming their media, because at the end of the day, this is the stuff that brings people joy. People create art for consumption. All I'm saying is that there needs to be a balance that you're actually intentional with. Now at this point, I want you to think about how your favorite celebrities act. How do these people act towards you? And I'm not talking about just their fans in general. I'm talking about how do they act towards you specifically. Exactly, they don't at all. They don't interact with you. They understand that not everybody deserves access to you. They would never spend an hour of their day doing chores with you when they don't want to do that, when they don't have to do that. Especially if you only view that person as entertainment, if you don't have a connection with that human being. And it's not because they're selfish. It's just because they understand boundaries. They understand who is supposed to be in their life, who they're supposed to invest their time to, who they're supposed to give their access to. And you're not a part of that circle, unfortunately. Now think about the people in your life, your quote unquote friends, who are only really friends with you because of the things that you can offer them or the things that you can provide for them. That friend never helps you at all when you need it, but that person is always the first person coming to you when they need that help. Start setting these boundaries like you actually care about yourself. Not everybody deserves access to you. It's not wrong to be a little bit selfish to the people that are using you for the things that you can offer them. Putting yourself first when you have to and setting those boundaries when you have to is never as selfish as we might think. So what's actually going to happen when you start treating yourself with the respect of a celebrity? I could tell you exactly what's going to happen, or I could really just show you what can happen. My entire YouTube channel is an example of what it looks like to actually implement these ideas into your life. I spent so much time investing in other creators until I told myself I could do it too. I started to think to myself, why am I investing my time consuming the content of somebody who's doing the thing that I want to do when I could just invest that time into myself and create my own videos and post my own content? So I started showing up for myself. I started to defend myself. I started to invest in myself. I started to establish the necessary boundaries in my life. And now I've grown my channel into something that I can actually say that I'm very proud of. So to answer that question, when you treat yourself the same way that you treat these people that you believe are worthy of attention, you then become that person to you that is worthy of attention. Whatever that looks like to you, whether you want to be a doctor or a YouTuber or a singer or a writer, whatever you want to be, apply these things to your life and life will apply success to you. So don't forget, you are your own main character. Create that story that you want to live in. Don't live like a fan. Don't live for another person, investing in another person's life. Live like somebody that's actually worthy of receiving the things that they want. And if you're interested in learning more about how to treat yourself with respect, how to love yourself more, how to glow up, or how to work towards success, I have a bunch of playlists and a bunch of videos on my channel that you can check out whenever you want. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.